Hello Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. How does Aquarius currently view this relationship? All right, Aquarius. So we do have the 10 of Wands, we do have the Knight of Pentacles, and then we also have the Lovers. You're very determined to see this connection through, but with these challenges that are presenting itself to you already, it's kind of making things a little bit more difficult for you. But I am definitely getting you're very determined to see this connection through. But I'm very curious to see these challenges that are essentially showing up for you already within your relationship with this person. For some of you, this could definitely represent a fairly new connection for some of you, but let's look at the bottom of the deck really quickly here. So we do have the 8 of Swords. We do have the 2 of Swords. We also have the High Priestess to the 2 of Cups, to the 7 of Cups, to the 9 of Swords. So this connection is already causing you to kind of overthink things. This connection, is already starting to kind of like, overwhelm you, as well as, scare you. I am definitely getting that a lot of you have, this fear that you could very well be, investing into like the wrong person, and, wasting your time. What if things go south? What if things don't work out? Things of that nature. Now, despite the fact that you're going through all of this, you're very determined nonetheless to see this connection between the two of you through. And it's primarily because this is somebody that you really, really do want to pursue and establish a life with. So even though it causes you to overthink things, even though it creates a lot of fear and anxiety, within you, and it causes you to entertain but what if this happens and what if that happens, it looks like you're very determined to see this connection through either which way. Okay, how does this person currently view this relationship with Aquarius? Okay, we have the 8 of Wands, we have the Sun, and then we also have the Hierophant to the 2 of Cups. Wow. To the High Priestess. True pair situation between you and this person. We do have the Hierophant to the High Priestess. You two could very well be in a committed relationship with one another. I am definitely getting that, for some of you, or even married to this person. If you're in a committed relationship with this person and are married to this person, you don't feel safe and secure with them for whatever reason. You just simply, don't. And this is why this relationship is so challenging and difficult for you, because you don't feel safe and secure, with this person in particular. But this person, is very committed and very devoted to you and what they share with you. You are somebody who makes this person very, very happy. They are definitely 100%, sure of you and what they want with you and what they can see themselves having, with you. You are what they basically want, Aquarius. And I think that their actions tend to show you that. And I think that, I also think that this person's words really do match up with their actions. So when this person tells you that they love you, they show you that they love you through their actions. When this person, tells you that they care about you, they show that, through their actions. So yeah, they're very committed and very devoted to you, what they share with you. With that 8 of Wands energy, it does kind of feel like a constant reassuring energy coming from this person to you. So this person may have needed to essentially reassure you time and time again that they love you, that they care about you, that they're serious about you, and you don't have anything to worry about, things of that nature. And I do feel like that does definitely help you out a little bit. How does Aquarius currently feel? Okay, we have the Judgment card to the Wheel of Fortune, and then I feel like you're not used to good things happening to you. I feel like you're not used to good things happening to you. You do view your relationship with this person as like a blessing, but you're just not used to like, receiving, good things in life. You're just not. You're used to receiving the worst, out of life, especially when it comes down to love. It's like you're so used to experiencing bad experiences. That's all you know. So to be in a connection with this person who's serious about you, who loves you, who's committed to you, who's devoted to you, who's not here to play games with you, like all of this is very new to you. All of this is very foreign to you. Now, you are showing up as the Queen of Swords, Aquarius. Now, the Queen of Swords is somebody who has definitely suffered a lot when it comes down to love, making it very hard for the Queen of Swords to trust a person, be vulnerable with a person, allow themselves to go there emotionally speaking, with a person. So I do feel like your past does play a massive role in, why you tend to overthink things with this person, and why, You know, you tend to think the worst when it comes down to this person because you're used to experiencing the worst all the time. So to find something really, really good, you know, as much as you love it, you know, you can't help but to question it. You know what I mean? All right, let's jump back over to them. How does this person currently feel about this relationship? Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, we got the Four of Wands, and then we also have the Five of Swords. So it looks like this person has been trying to prove their love to you and their loyalty to you and their, you know, commitment to you and their devotion to you. It looks like they've been trying to show you that, you know, and reveal that to you on several, you know, different occasions is kind of what I'm gathering. Now, here's the thing. This person does essentially feel like it doesn't really matter what they say and or do, you're still going to think the way that you think about them. In other words, you're still going to find yourself thinking the worst when it comes down to them. You're still going to find yourself overthinking things. You're still going to find yourself thinking that they're out to get you and, you know, that they don't have your best interests at heart. And it's something that I do see this person realizing about you and their relationship with you is that it doesn't matter how many times they prove to you that they love you and that they're committed to you and that they're devoted to you, you're still going to think what you're going to think no matter what. And that's a challenging part for them. You know, when it comes down to you is changing your mind about them and how you perceive them. What actions? Okay. So we do have, we do have the Eight of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. And then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Swords to the Four of Pentacles. Here's the thing. I think that you place a lot of restrictions upon yourself within your relationship with this person, but it is kind of stemming from a place of, well, let me play it safe because you never know, right? So you tend to place a lot of restrictions upon yourself. In other words, you don't really give this person, your relationship with this person, your all in the ways that you truly want to, because it's not like you don't want to, because you do. You just don't feel safe and secure enough to fully invest all that you have to give because, you know, what if this happens? What if that happens? You know? So you do tend to place a lot of restrictions upon yourself within your relationship with this person. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, if in the event, hypothetically speaking, this person does do something to self-sabotage the relationship, at least you can walk away from this relationship and say, you know what, at least I didn't give this person my all. You know, at least I didn't do this and at least I didn't do that. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you know, another reason why I kind of feel like you're doing all of this. I am definitely, you know, getting that. But don't get me wrong. I think that you want to give this person, your relationship with this person, your all. You just don't feel safe and secure enough to do so, which is kind of making me feel like there could be potentially things that this person does on their end that causes you to overthink things, that causes you to feel like, oh, I don't know about this person, you know what I mean? I don't know if I can fully trust the situation. That's definitely a possibility. But I am definitely getting that your past does play like a major role in why you overthink things and, you know, why you are, you know, the way that you are. I am definitely getting that. So do I see you continuing to invest more time and energy towards them and your relationship with them? Absolutely, because you love them and you want to be with them. And again, you're very determined to see this entire situation through no matter what. It just sucks that you feel like you have to place restrictions upon yourself because, you know, just in case, right? This person does something to self-sabotage it. At least you could walk away and say, you know what? At least I didn't give this person my all. At least I didn't invest all that I have to give into this person, at least, you know? Okay, what actions? Okay, yeah. I feel like this person does kind of find themselves in a little bit of a shitty situation. I will say that in regards to you and the relationship with you, and here's why. They never wanted something to work out so fucking badly until they essentially met you. They never wanted to be with somebody as much as they wanted to essentially be with, you know, you. And the fact that you think the way that you think about this person, the fact that you don't trust them, and the fact that you think that they're out to get you is just super freaking frustrating to them because they never wanted to fucking be with a person as much as they wanted to be with you. Like, they never felt, you know, this strong and intense connection with anybody until they essentially met you. They never found somebody this close to what they truly want and desire within a person until they met you. So it's just really frustrating for them that they're dealing with somebody that just thinks the worst of them and doesn't fully trust them and constantly thinks that they're out to get them and, you know, things of that nature. I feel like at times this person like tends to kind of question like, but why am I going through this? Like, what did I do so bad? Like, because I do feel like this person feels like they could be potentially paying for like something bad that they did in their past, and maybe that's why all this is happening to them. Because I do feel like this person does look at you like karma essentially sent you into their life. Let me explain. The fact that you're so perfect for them, the fact that they feel so connected to you, the fact that they feel so whole and complete with you, the fact that they basically look at you like you're the freaking one, okay? And they are dealing with the things that they're dealing with in reference to you, they truly do feel like at times like karma just basically sent you into this person's life, basically. Because the fact that they're dealing with somebody that doesn't trust them is frustrating. The fact that they're dealing with somebody who thinks the worst of them all the time, is super frustrating to them. It's like I can't emphasize this enough. They feel like they're in the only shitty situation. It's not even funny because they didn't expect, for one, all of this to transpire between the two. They didn't expect for you to grow to like not trust them or think that they're out to get you and, they don't have your best. They weren't anticipating or expecting all of this, but it's just super frustrating for them because it's like, damn, like they feel like they finally found the one, and look at all of that they had to essentially go through, the constant fighting, the constant, arguments, the constant you accusing them of this, that, and the third and everything under the sun. You know what I mean? It just sucks for them, and they just kind of feel like this has to be karma. This has to be karma. This has to be karma. Karma sent Aquarius into my life and made them as perfect as they are, so I can just suffer and go through all of this. That it's karma. It has to be karma, because what else can it possibly be? You know what I mean? It has to be karma. I am paying for something I did so terribly wrong. That's how they're looking at the situation. Because they just don't know what the fuck, you know what I mean, they did. They just don't know what they did in their past that could explain why they're like going through what they're going through. They just don't know. They don't know what they did so terrible in their past that they're going through what they're going through, with you, as far as you constantly accusing them and not trusting them and constantly thinking this, that, and the third when it comes down to them. It's like they just don't know what it is that they did so wrong to have to go through this. So it is frustrating because as much as I could tell they don't like the fact that you constantly think the worst of them and all of these things, it's like they can't help but to want you at the same exact time, which makes it even more freaking frustrating for them, because they don't feel like they're going to find someone better than you. I mean, despite the fact that you may be the way that you are with them, like they don't feel like they're going to find anybody better than you. They don't feel like they're going to find the connection that they share with you within somebody else. They just don't. And that's just why I say that they find themselves in a shitty situation, I would say, when it comes down to you, Aquarius. But they do believe that karma sent you into their life. I am getting that. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.